All right. This your boy Mitch TV coming to you straight off the hip. Car Chronicles, another episode. Shout out to everybody on YouTube, all the subscribers. I just recently hit 1,400 subscribers. Thank you. Let's go ahead and keep pushing it to 2,000. 2,000 subscribers. That's the next milestone. I just want to say thank you for everybody for uh subscribing and sharing the videos and liking and commenting and everything. Really appreciate it. I'm forever grateful. All right, part two of my previous episode. I had some technical difficulties on the last episode where half of the video was shown, but that's all right. About why do black men date outside their race? In the first part of the other video, I was talking about there's two reasons why black men date outside their race. It's trauma and environment. And I just want to reiterate the first thing, trauma. Say for instance, black man, if he is, is in a situation where, of course, he grew up in the hood, and, he has a mother that he didn't have a good relationship with, whereas mama would say, you look like your ugly ass daddy, and you ain't this and ain't that. And then he goes to school and he carries that burden to school, and then he gets teased by the girls at the school, calling him ugly and all of that.
TikTok made me
and a lot of times them type of guys, when they grow up, they have a distrust for the very race that they put all their trust in. So, and that could be a lot of things, because people could be mean. And then that's why, adults, if you have kids, you got to be careful how you treat your kids, because you can make one bad decision or say the bad thing. You could mess them up mentally and they'll be traumatized for life. And then that trauma will always replay in their head every time something triggers them. So, and I knew a couple of guys like that where they had bad relationships with their mother. Where I know one of my friends, his mother was an alcoholic, and she told him that he looked like his ugly ass daddy and he ain't shit and all of that, blah, blah. And then he go to school and the girls say he's ugly, he's not cute. And, and a lot of time in high school, it's a lot of meanings why girls say you're ugly. They could say you ugly because you're not popular. That back in the day, some girls will call you ugly because you're not popular. Because I know when I was in high school, one of the ugliest niggas in our school could hoop. But girls liked him because he could hoop, and he was like 6'3", 6'4". And girls thought he was cute because he could play basketball. But, or you could just be flat out ugly. So that's one thing. And that's what I was talking about in the last video. Second thing, the second reason why some, black men date outside their race is an environment. And here's why I would say environment. You could be in a situation where you born in the suburbs, black, and I have several examples. I have a cousin that's like this too. Born in the suburbs, grew up in a suburban environment where it's 95% white, and there might be only 2 black families in that neighborhood. You go to a predominantly white suburban school. You grew up around white people, Asian, Indian, all of that. And that's all you grew up. And even though your family structure was a healthy family structure, you'll be a lot of times in that type of environment, you're more attracted to what's in your environment, which a lot of times those type of black guys that grew up in the suburbs might date an white woman, or they might date a Indian woman or an Asian woman because that was the environment they grew up in. even though if he came from a healthy black family where both parents are making good money, they put a roof over his head, they got food on the table, he never missed a meal, they take family trips, they do everything as a family. But he dated outside his race because that's the environment he grew up in. I have a cousin that's like that. I asked my cousin, I said, hey, why you don't date black girls? He said, there's nothing wrong dating black girls. It's just I'm more attracted to women outside of my race because that's what I grew up around. I grew up around a lot of white girls. I grew up around Asian girls. So my cousin, he's dating an Asian woman. I never heard him talk bad about black women. He, and he's not a bad looking guy. He's a very athletically built guy, but he grew up in an area where it was majority white. All his friends are white. He maybe had 2 black friends, but all his friends was white. Most of the girls he dated were black. Were white. So that's another thing. So it's a lot. It's not always a situation where a black man is going to wake up and say, I'm just going to date white women, or I'm just going to date Asian women, Latino women. It's not, that's not always the situation. It's always something that happens that makes the reason why. It could be an environment, it could be trauma, or, or sometimes love could just find you from another person. Like I have a friend, one of my childhood friends, and he don't discriminate. And I seen him. He dated, of course he dated black women, but he dated Asian women. He dated Hispanic women. He dated Arab women. He dated a Italian woman. He dated a Native American woman. He dated all race of women. He don't discriminate. He of course he loved black women, but he was one of those guys that I'm going to go off of chemistry. So whatever girl he had chemistry with, he builds off of that. So he never discriminated. So it was easier for him to connect with different type of women. And and this same friend, he'll tell you today, I'll date a black woman. But hey, if I see a white woman, she likes me too. If I see an Asian woman or any woman, if we have good chemistry, then I'm a dater. So he's one of the, and there's a lot of black guys that's like that will date any race, even though they prefer dating a black woman. But if they meet a woman that's a different race and they have good chemistry with them and they like them for who they are, they're gonna date them. So that's one thing some people have to understand, that not every black woman that dates outside their race hate black women. Not every black man. They don't like, majority of black men. I know it's 2 reasons. Like I said before, trauma and environment, and also sometimes environment could tie into trauma, like black guys in the hood. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think. This was part 2 of my video of why black men date outside their race or date white women. This your boy Mitch TV. I'm out.